You ever notice the moment people start thinking for themselves, everybody around them gets nervous? Not mad, but nervous. Like they know something is slipping because the one thing you're never supposed to do is stop picking a side and start picking results. See, they don't care if you struggle. They don't care if you're wrong. They don't even care about that. They just care if you're consistent. Consistently voting, consistently defending, consistently forget it. And the second you say, hold up, this not making sense. Now you become the problem. Not because you changed, but because you finally started seeing it. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Y'all watch this.
Bradley, tell us why you're making the change from the Democrat ticket to President Trump.
Mr. Trump stated, I'm going to build a wall because I want the people that live here to eat first. Since this new administration has come to the table, my children are lacking. My community is lacking. I see abandoned properties, folks laying on the street. And forgive me, why do we feed folk when we have folks who went overseas, hung, bled, and died in the service of this country, and they're laying on the streets? That's unacceptable.
Absolutely.
If you can house an immigrant, with all due respect, house my children first. These are the people that fought for us. They're laying on the street. They can't get medical assistance because you've given it to someone else. They closed down schools. They opened the schools to put migrants in. You can open a school and put my veterans in there.
Amen.
You can open a school and put my homeless children in there. But yet you refuse to feed those that state that they are here.
Right.
They've been here. You've overlooked us.
I know
Tell
that's
us
right.
why-
He said something real simple, but it hit heavy. Take care of our own first. Now, watch how crazy this is. That's not even controversial. That's common sense. But somehow, in today's world, in today's 2026 America, that became a debate. And that's what people start waking up right there. And that moment right there. Because it's not about having anybody else. It's about asking a question nobody wants to answer. Why do Americans got to come around and be second in America? And once that question hits you, man, you start looking at everything different. But here's where it gets even more uncomfortable. Because some people aren't switching sides. No, they're just done playing the game altogether, y'all.
Oh, now they're saying I'm a Trump supporter. That's the new label y'all throwing at me? Let me clear this up real quick. I don't belong to no politician. Not Trump, not the Democrats, not the Republicans. I belong to results. I support policies, not personalities. So if Trump's Presidential Emergency Board supports workers, am I supposed to say, nah, Trump, take that back? Even if it benefits me, my union, my people? Oh, that's what y'all want. Loyalty over logic. Same thing with Trump trying to eliminate income tax.
That at some point in the not too distant future, you won't even have income tax to pay because the money we're taking in is so great, it's so enormous that you're not going to have income tax to pay.
Am I supposed to say, nah, keep taking my money, Trump, I don't like you? Make it make sense. And this goes both ways. If Democrats do something to help workers, I'm supporting that too. But they haven't lately. But let me be real about something. The reason I hold Democrats more accountable, I don't remember Republicans showing up to my church, promising the community everything they want to hear. I don't remember them in our neighborhood, shaking hands, kissing babies, making promises on every corner. I don't remember them pulling up the black-owned businesses, promising the sun, moon, and everything else. But the Democrats, they do that every election cycle, every single time. Then they get in office and suddenly silence. Like none of that ever happened because they counting on one thing, y'all forgetting. And let's be honest, every election, y'all forget and repeat the same cycle, putting the same people back in power who ain't delivered the first time and don't even hold their own party accountable, even when they do the craziest thing. So yeah, I'm not loyal to a party. I'm loyal to what benefits my life. Some of y'all treat politics like a sports team. Win or lose, right or wrong, y'all still cheering. That's not leadership. That's blind loyalty. And that right there is why this country is in the mess it's in. I don't do political tribalism. I do accountability. If it helps workers, the community, my people, I'm with it. If it hurts them, I'm against it. Simple. And I don't care who it comes from.
That right there, that is dangerous to the system. Not because he said anything extreme, but because he removed himself from the control. See? Ooh. Me talking about see. See, the Democratic Party doesn't lose people all at once. They lose them like this. One person says, I don't belong to y'all no more. Any of y'all. Another person says, prove it to me this time. And before you know it, the vote blue no matter who, you know, that whole thing starts sounding like a bad contract nobody remembers signed. And now they got to actually perform. Instead of just showing up every 4 years with the same old speeches, same old little tactics, same promises, the handshakes that don't match their words, all that. And the same results. But here's the part nobody tells you. Even the people who already chose a side are still waiting, still watching, and still asking questions. And that's when the pressure builds up. And that pressure begins to sound a lot like this.
President Trump, I'm just a peon. You don't even know I exist. But I hope that somebody will see this video and talk to you and let you know how a lot of Americans are feeling right now. Whether we're on the left or we're on the right or we're in the middle, we're all feeling some hardship right now. And some of us are swimming and some of us are sinking. When is it our time, sir? When is it our time? Just like you have done for all these other countries. Well, they need this and they need that, and we need to help them to turn their country around. Yeah, but what about ours? In the meantime, we have dirty politicians all over the place stealing billions and billions of dollars. And you know where those dollars came from, sir? Not from the rich, not from the wealthy. All that money that these politicians are stealing came from poor people's pockets. Taxes, my neighbor's taxes. We freaking work our asses off 40 hours, if not more, a week. Just for the government to take a big old chunk of it, be like, shh, and then go take it and give it to illegal people. And that these politicians are still in office. What is happening today, sir? What is happening right now? I understand a lot of things that you're doing. I do. I understand it. But I want to be able to understand it a little bit more as to why our country is starting to sink. While you're helping Venezuela and you got to do this for Cuba because Cuba is just right. But guess what? We are just right now too. When is it our turn? I'm getting tired. You spoke on bunker cells, telling all of us that you're aware of the bunker cells and you have your eyes on them. Why do you have your eyes on them? Why didn't you take your people and go into those damn bunker cells, take the people out of them, and blow up the bunker cells so they can't have them? I mean, really, if it's that easy to just do it to Iran, how come we're not doing it to the bunker cells? Why are we just keeping our eyes on them? Yeah, we had our eyes on the bad people, and then look what happened in 9/11. I'm sorry, sir, but your eyes on them isn't really giving me a lot of security knowing that I'm safe. I know the bunker cells are not your fault. I'm not blaming you on that. But I'm just asking a regular question as an American who is sinking. I worked my ass off for nothing. And we're getting tired of it. Dirty politicians, dirty illegal immigrants. Sir, I just got a $900 electric bill for 1 month. And no, last month's bill didn't cross paths. My electric bill was $895 for 1 month. Do you understand, sir, that I'm just a regular citizen? I'm not rich. I'm just a mediocre person working 40 hours plus a week to survive. And after I pay that $900 electric bill, I got a couple $100 left to go food shopping, and then I'm screwed for 2 weeks. And I know, believe me, I know there are people worse off than me. But these are the people I'm talking about that need help. When is it our time, President Trump? When is it our time? I support you. I have supported you. I voted for you 3 times. But I'm getting tired now, sir, and so is a lot of other Americans, whether they're on the left, right, or in the middle. We're all getting tired. When is it our turn?
Now, this right here, this is where, well, this is actually what real support looks like, not blind loyalty, not pretending everything is perfect, but saying, I believe in a direction, but I need to see it. And that's the difference, because when people actually believe in leadership, they don't just clap, they hold it accountable. But here's what people miss. Trump didn't walk into a clean house. He walked into decades of policies, systems, and people. So when people say, why ain't everything fixed yet? You do have to ask yourself, who broke it? And how long they been breaking it? How long have they been doing that? Because fixing something that's been wrong for decades, it don't happen overnight. But exposing it, that's already happening. And once people start seeing it from all angles, even the ones who used to defend, how do I say this? It gets hard to ignore. Y'all watch this clip. I mean, and prepare yourself. It is vulgar. I did warn you.
Top 10 Democrats who can't fucking stand America. Number 10, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, champion the Green New Deal framework. Opponents say it risks higher energy prices and sweeping economic disruption. Number 9, Elizabeth Warren, pushed wealth taxes and heavy banking regulation proposals. Opponents say they could discourage investment and slow growth. Number 8, Bernie Sanders, supports Medicare for all and major spending expansions. Critics argue the cost would require massive taxes and federal control. Number 7, Dianne Feinstein, backed Patriot Act surveillance powers and intelligence expansions. Critics argue these weaken privacy protections for Americans. Number 6, Gavin Newsom, approved strict lockdown rules and regulations during COVID. Critics say the policies damaged small businesses and drove residents out. Number 5, Chuck Schumer, helped lead large federal spending packages and immigration pushes. Opponents argue these strain federal finances and public systems. Number 4, Nancy Pelosi, key architect behind major spending laws and healthcare expansion. Critics say these contributed to debt growth and inflation pressure. Number 3, Hillary Clinton, voted for the Iraq war authorization. Critics argue the decision led to long wars, instability, and huge U.S. costs. Number 2, Joe Biden, supported the 1994 crime bill and China trade normalization. Critics say these policies fueled incarceration levels and factory losses. Number 1, Ilhan Omar, backed proposals to reduce defense spending and rethink foreign policy priorities. Critics argue those positions could weaken U.S. military leverage and alliances. Comment if you agree with the list or who you would add, and follow for more unbelievably fucked up politics.
Now look, whether you agree with every clip or not, it's not even a point. The point is, people are starting to question everything, not just Republicans, not just Democrats, everything. And that's what they cannot control. Because, the moment you stop reacting and actually start to analyze, you realize something real quick. A lot of this isn't helping you or anyone around you. In fact, it's actually about keeping you where you are while they stay where they are. And once enough people realize that, you don't need a campaign to flip voters. You just need people to stop lying to themselves. At the end of the day, this isn't even about Trump. It's about a shift. A shift from tell me what to think to show me what's working. And once people make that shift, man, you can't scare them back in the line. It don't work like that. You can't shame them back into silence. You can't promise them back into forgetting. Because now you're on their radar, man. They paying attention. And when people start paying attention, everything changes. So if you made it to the end of this, we're going to use a phrase that we've used before. I'm paying attention. Somebody called me out the last time, too, and I was trying to remember the phrase. It was like, you don't even remember. I was like, I don't. And then I watched the video. I ain't going to repeat it because then somebody going to get it confused. But, yeah, right there, y'all. I see y'all later. Y'all be safe. Go check on somebody today. You could be saving their life. I don't even know why I said I see y'all later. That felt so unnatural. I think it's because my son walked in the screen and threw me off. Peace.